Hello and welcome to Colombian Dreams. You may ask, why Colombian Dreams? Well, we'll go into that a little as we go along. But, first of all, if you like what you hear and would like to know more about Colombia and why we are called Colombian Dreams, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos when they arrive. Also, you can always leave a comment or ask questions, and I will try and endeavor to answer all comments. Now, why Colombian Dreams? Well, Colombia is my dream. I hope it is your dream too. If you've not been there, it is a wonderful place to go. The people are absolutely fantastic. Yes, it has had a reputation in the past, but all countries have had some bad reputation along the way. But that doesn't mean that the people themselves are bad. Colombians are very good people. In fact, I married one, although we no longer live together and she's back in Colombia. I have two beautiful stepdaughters. One is going through university at the moment, and the other one is still in school. Now, along the way, my oldest stepdaughter will be on the channel, and if you subscribe to the channel, then you may be able to interact with her and she can tell you more about Colombia and the city of Medellin and what's happening today, especially nowadays through the coronavirus. Now, so I hope you'll come along this journey with me, and the more we will talk about Colombia. My main city of Colombia. The first city that I've been to in Colombia was, of course, Medellin. Now, I flew from London to Miami, then from Miami to Medellin itself. Now, this is the first time I went there was in 2007. 2006, October 2006. Now, I flew into Miami and we had a stopover for about 3 hours, and actually what I saw was a football team. I just thought it was a local, sports team in Colombia, not realizing until I actually got on the plane and actually was sitting down with the main striker, the number 9, that this was the number 1 team in Colombia, Nacional. The main team of Medellin in itself, right? They were, I think at the time, they were Colombian champions, and I was sitting down to the right next to the main striker, traveling to Colombia. This is the first time I've ever been there. And my Spanish at that time was not that good anyway. I could say hola, ¿cómo está? Bien, ¿y tú? And so forth. That was about all my Spanish. And I'm traveling for the first time to Colombia because from all the pictures I've seen, they had some most beautiful women in the world. So I want to experience it myself, and being that I had traveled in the past and been to lots of, you know, shady areas, that I was not too scared. I my philosophy is that wherever you go, if you have good in your heart, good intent in your heart, and you treat people with respect, then, and as long as you don't put yourself out in too bad an area and don't show off, then basically you'll be safe. Treat everybody with respect, rich, poor, black, brown, white, indifferent, whatever, and you'll be fine. Little did I know that I also look like a Colombian. So unless I open my mouth, then they thought that I was a Colombian. Anyway, let's get back to the flight. Okay, we're on the flight now. We've left Miami. Seatbelts are off. I'm the window seat, and the main striker, the national team, is sitting right next to me in the middle. And the lady was sitting next to him there, and in the aisle seat. And basically, people, came up to him and, asking for his autograph and having their picture taken with him and so forth. And I'm wondering what the hell's going on, because like everything was in Spanish and I wasn't understanding nothing. Okay, so, but anyway, people was coming backwards and forwards. So I began to understand that that this was not just an ordinary soccer team, that this must be a team that is, had lots of supporters, let's say. Anyway, so after the initial people come around, died down and so forth, he introduced himself to me, and excuse me, but I've absolutely forgotten his name. But anyone can, but anyone from Colombia who knew of the team members of Nacional in, say, 2006, then you would know his name. But he was a wonderful guy, because we got talking, because he actually spoke some English, and he was saying to me that I must learn Spanish, that, for me to really enjoy myself in his country, in his city, that I must learn Spanish. And we talked and became good friends, and I actually had some pictures of us together, but unfortunately I gave it away to some friends in Colombia, and I've never seen him since. Okay, so, but anyway, but he was absolutely wonderful guy. We had a good flight over. We talked a lot. He actually invited me to the stadium and invited me to a game, but I wasn't, I said it was my first time in Colombia, and as you may find out, I had a fairly busy itinerary. Anyway, so we landed, and basically I had a British passport, and so I got stamped, and immigration, and the immigration officer said, "Como?" And I'm going, "How?" I mean, that to me was just how, and I'm thinking, like, I don't understand. It's like, no entiende. And I said, "Oh, okay." And then the immigration officer said, okay, how long? Okay, and so it goes, oh, 2 weeks. I said, 2 semanas. Okay, so I had learned that. I had learned that by that time. Anyway, so I was stamped and went through, and a person who I was meant to see there was actually my who became my wife. She met me at immigration, and went through immigration. After I got through immigration, went through customs, and she met me outside of customs, and then we got a taxi to my hotel where I was staying, right actually in the center of town, not too far from the big park with all the big statues. Actually, it's about 3 minutes walking distance. I forgot the name of the hotel now. But anyway, we got in the taxi, and now let's go back a bit. We're still on the plane. I did not know that the airport was on a plateau. Now, which meant to be it was short takeoff and landing. Now, for all those military veterans, you know what a short takeoff and landing is. Now, I didn't realize, right, that what was about to happen. I thought we was just going to come in and land, nice smooth landing like Miami or London, because I hadn't done something like that for years, right? And so we come in, and all of a sudden this plane sort of dropped out the air and then landed. Oh man, it like gave me a heart attack. I thought, geez, well, that's the first time I got frightened. I said to myself, oh God, I just traveled 5,000 miles and I'm going to die in Colombia. Even before I see the city. Okay, so fast forward now. We get through customs and get into a taxi with my future wife. Okay, and the other thing is that I said the airport is up on a plateau above Medellin. Medellin is in a valley, right? As you can see in the pictures here. It's in a valley below the airport. So you had to come down this mountainous road. Now, literally, because they drive on the right, okay, side. Now, we're coming down this road, and I'm literally sitting in the passenger seat, and we're literally a feet away from a sheer 500-foot drop face, and this taxi driver was not sparing the horses. Like, okay. I said, oh damn, I'm definitely gonna die here now. But anyway, we actually arrived safe, although he'd given me a few frights along the way. And we got into this town itself and drove into the hotel, got to the hotel, and the taxi ride at that time was like $40 US from the airport to central town to the hotel. So, paid the taxi driver. Now, because we came in, we landed about 11 o'clock. So there was no bank or anything. The only money that I had was US dollars that, was 20s. Yeah, basically, I had a bunch of I had $100 US in 20s. I gave 40 to the taxi driver because I'd actually done some research and found out, okay, that the taxi there, because I'm arriving late, there won't be any currency exchange. So whilst I was in Miami, I got some dollars, and so I had 100. So basically, I gave 20 to the taxi driver. Then went the doorman at the hotel, took our bags. We walked up the steps, walked up to the concierge, and booked into the hotel. And the doorman took our bags up with anything else. And I said I didn't have no local currency. The only thing that I had was $20, right? Yeah, was a bunch of $20, and I gave it to the doorman, and he okay, thank you very much, so, gracias, and my then wife turned to me because she spoke fluent English. She said, "Oh, you know what you've given him?" I go, "No." She said, "You just gave him a week's wages." I was like, "Oh, damn." I mean, I get that. I just find, and the point was that every time that I return to Medellin, I walk past that hotel, he still remembers me, because that $20, right, that $20 took, it reminded him how it was. Okay. Now, we went to, we slept, tired, went to bed. I'm trying to go over what happened, okay. But let's say it was X-rated. So we got up in the morning, had breakfast. There were some families there, Colombian families in the hotel. Not that many people, about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and we decided to go, decided that she would show me around. So I hit the main, so we got out the hotel, turned right, and the main road was the hotel was on the corner of the main road, but entrance is 30 meters back from, or 50 feet back from the main road. So we had to go down the side road and bang. And I hit the main road, and I thought I had died and gone to heaven. I had not seen that many beautiful women in one place, and I was just gobsmacked, and he's like, my wife at that time, my future wife just grabbed hold of my arm and says, "Okay, coming this way." And she gave everybody a fierce look. I said, "Okay." I said, "I love this country." Okay. Anyway, that was my very first day in Colombia, and I've loved it. I've had lots of good times there, and I've loved it ever since. Unfortunately, back in those days, I didn't bring any video cameras with me, and what camera that I did have, what pictures that I did have, they were downloaded on a computer, which I've lost along the way. But anyway, along the way, we'll show a lot more videos and pictures, and talk about the various parts of Medellin. Now, the other thing as well, okay, a lot of you out there are pronouncing Medellin, okay, the way of Medellin, as in Castilian Spanish, okay. Colombians do not speak Castilian Spanish. They pronounce the double L as a J, okay? Like Medellin to you, to a Colombian, it's Medellin, okay? As in gin, okay? The same as calle, right? Street, okay, is calle, okay? Like other Latin American countries. But the main thing is that Colombians themselves, right, they call this city Medellin, okay? And if you hear other say Paisa, okay, Paisa is someone who comes from Medellin or the immediate area around the city. And they're all Paisas, okay. Okay, so right now, okay, so I will tend to pronounce Medellin the Colombian way because, as it says, I'm still married to a Colombian woman, although she lives in still lives in Colombia. Oh, well, she moved back to Colombia, let's say. And I have lots of Colombian friends in the UK that I speak to, and I tend to speak Spanish with Colombian pronunciation. Okay, so thank you again for this, hearing my story. It's it says Colombian Dreams. Okay, that was the very first time I ever been to Colombia. Now, in some ways, I thought I was going to die. That night when we arrived, about 3 or 4 times, either from the plane landed or the taxi going to the hotels along this mountainous road, or actually waking up in the morning and actually thought I had died and gone to heaven. But anyway, but it's a wonderful country, wonderful people, and we shall be going over it again. And I hope you will come with me along the journey, because I shall be returning to Colombia. That is my goal. That is my that is my not I should say my destiny, but my aspirations at my time in life. Okay. The city of eternal spring. Now, again, if you like what you hear, then please hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video.